Good morning all. Thanks so much for joining for another video. You joined me in the car on the way to, or haven't left yet, for the Carboot. It's Sunday morning. What's the time? I think it's about 6:45. So I've made good time today. I'm not sure how big it's going to be. Last time I went to this one, this is like my regular one that I go to. I'm in the UK, in Norfolk, by the way, and this one is Arminghall. If anyone knows it, it's known to be quite a large car boot, but yeah, it's my usual one that I go to, and last time I went it was not very busy, and I haven't been for months actually, so be good to go again today and see if it's improved, if it's busy again. I found I couldn't be bothered to go on the bank holiday, so I didn't bother going the Sunday or the Monday on our last bank holiday that we had here, which was last weekend. So I haven't been to the car boot for ages. I've made it here and the sun's come out. I have just listened to Beyonce's new album. It's not new actually. I'm just really late to the party. The Renaissance album, I didn't think I was going to like it. I haven't liked it before. And I was doing some housework yesterday and some tidying, and I listened to it then, and I just fancied listening to something different. And then I listened to it today on the way here, and I'm loving most of it, to be honest. I better get a move on, and I'm going to go and hit the spots up that I usually like. Excuse my fake tan, it needs to be sort of washed off a little bit, so. This lady grows all of her own produce and flowers as well. Look at the flowers, they're gorgeous. Let me just zoom in for you. Wowza. most of the clearance ones, so I think I'm going to go to the other end, this bit here, and then sort of through this bit, because a lot of these people have got clothes and toys I just don't need. I mean, I'll pick some toys up if they look good enough for nieces and nephews, but it's not really sort of essential on my list today. So let's have a look at this. It's a lovely chair. That is really pretty, but not needed by me. You can pick up a good frame here. This person's got lots of good stuff, so I'll manage. That's cute. If you're watching from the US, you're probably thinking, my God, this looks like a load of junk. You really do have to look for it. You really do have to find, like, search for the good stuff. These ones are nice. Might have to get those. It seems to be like whenever I record coming here, I never find anything good. It's like it's bad luck. Hi guys, so you just finished the clip of me at the Carboot, and I'm just reaching out today. It's now Friday. I've had work this week, so I finished off on Sunday. I went home and I didn't video anymore. I didn't even show you what I brought, so I will do that in a second. I'll just show you the few things that I picked up, as I didn't really actually buy that much. But I had a busy Sunday, Monday at a friend's wedding, which was fabulous. So yeah, didn't video anything for that. Plan is today to finish work, and then I'm gonna make some blackberry jam. Now, when I made it the other day, I was in a bit of a rush, and I didn't think I had any pectin to add, and I knew it was high in pectin anyway, naturally, but unfortunately I don't think I boiled it long enough, so it didn't thicken. So plan is to remake some today. I think I've got roughly about 1 kilo of berries. Hopefully we'll weigh them, and I'm gonna give it a go at making it again, and hopefully if it doesn't thicken, I'm not even gonna risk it. I'm just going to add the pectin. So I'll talk you through that. It's a really rewarding one because I just love going out and picking anyway. Elsa loves coming with me. I do it on a dog walk basically, and she also does now eat a lot of them, so I've had to try and stop her from picking them herself and eating them. Elsa's my Springer Spaniel 4-year-old dog, if you didn't know that already, if you haven't watched the other videos, or if I haven't mentioned that. So yeah, she's pretty smart, and she's now sort of worked out that she can go and pick them herself from the lower branches, and she knows that she's allowed them, which is quite funny. Anyway, so I divert. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to be doing in the rest of this video. And there was something else I was going to show you. Oh, and I'm also going to possibly use some dried flowers to make a wreath. Now, it's not in keeping with the time of year. Unfortunately, I've got a lot of wheat wreaths, so I won't be making any more of those to show you. But this one's some dried flowers I got in the summer. I've dried them out and they are perfect. Hopefully they're not going to fall apart. That's the only problem. But we'll give that a go as well. I'll probably show you that in this video. Yeah, and I thought I would also do a bit of a chatty part, just because I feel like I'm sort of rushing through a lot of these videos and they go really quickly and I don't actually sort of talk to you very much. So I thought I would actually do a bit of an intro, really. So it doesn't sound like a job interview or something. I'll try and be a bit more relaxed. So of course I'm Sydney Winter. I am a 90s baby. I'm not going to tell you my age or anything like that because that's private, really, but you can probably guess I'm in my 30s. I live in Norfolk, England, and have done all my life. I'm married. I've been with my partner, my husband, for 15 years. We've got a dog, Elsa. We did have a Sprocker Spaniel as well called Tilly, which you'll probably see on my posts or whatever if I ever mention her. And we lost her. She got ill. She had some surgery and it didn't work, and we lost her last year and she was only 4. So we got Elsa and Tilly pretty much together. 2 different breeds, 2 different breeders, but yeah, so that's been tough. I probably won't talk about that very much because it's very raw still, even though it's been over a year. It's not easy to talk about. So yeah, heart goes out to anyone in the same situation. But yeah, I take Elsa with me many places as I can, basically. If I do leave her, she's either with Rich or she's only left for a really short time. So you'll see her a lot in my videos is what I'm getting at. We now live on the farm that my husband works on. Both got full-time jobs. We bought our first home, we renovated it, needed a lot of work doing to it. It was a bungalow, a 70s bungalow that needed to be revamped. And then we lived there for about 3 years and we sold that. Then we moved on to another property, which was a bigger house in another part of Norfolk, so a different area. And we were either going to fully renovate it and extend or flip it quickly. And we flipped it quickly because the housing market was going down and this property was nearly finished being built. So we flipped it quickly. It was very stressful. It was just one mad rush, really. We owned it for about a year and we renovated it as such, or flipped it within 6 months, maybe, I think it was. So that was very tricky. But yeah, we've learnt so much. We'd love to do it again, but not in the position right now. So possibly in the coming years, we would like to buy what we'd call a forever home, either build it or renovate an old property, preferably like an English cottage or an English barn or something. And yeah, take our time and completely renovate it to be sort of like, so it'd be our forever home, basically. So yeah, I think that's kind of an overview of me. Hello. So thanks if you've not watched. I've done a few videos so far, but if this is the first time tuning in, then hopefully you'll stick around. I'm sure the video quality will get better as well. I'm just trying to find my feet, as in trying to get the videos to like flow. It's a bit difficult. Yeah, so hopefully it'll get better over time. I'll probably also go get myself a proper vlogging camera. At the moment I'm just using my iPhone, which is difficult. Obviously the iPhones are like really large now, so carrying them around is not very easy. So I would like to get a vlogging camera. So yeah, it's just hit sort of early autumn here in the UK. The weather's still really good though, so I am a massive fan of autumn, but I'm also not wanting to wish the time away. So I'm trying to make the most of, you know, the end of summer basically. So I will show you what I got at the Carboot, make some jam and some other bits and bobs, and hopefully you will enjoy the rest of the video, and hopefully you found it interesting looking around the Carboot. Wasn't the best Carboot to show you. It seems to be whenever I take my camera with me, the video footage is just not very good. Like the Carboot is not very good, but I've got some other things coming up soon. I'm going to a farmer's market sort of situation soon, if not this weekend, the following. So please stay tuned. I've got a very big cake to make for a birthday as well coming up, so stay tuned if you want to have a look at that. I'll be doing some interesting frosting experiments and pray for me that it works. Yeah, so we've got some really good seasons coming up, obviously with Halloween and Christmas, big ones. So hopefully you'll enjoy what I've got to show you, and the shopping and the creativity things that I can show you. So yeah, see you in a moment. Okay guys, here is what we picked up at the Carboot. Not much, as I said, but sometimes that's just how it goes, you know? You just don't want to be disheartened by that. So I picked up this tart dish, pie dish. It's nice and chunky. It's quite small, as you can see, so it's good for 2 people. 2-3 people. I don't have one that kind of size, and I just thought it looked quite good quality, so I picked that up. I think that was £1 in some house clearance thingy. I got these glasses. This guy was selling a lot of glasses. Basically all he had was glass, and these are nice. I think they're a brand, because I bought these. I got 5 of these for £4. I got these, and a lady behind me then said to the chap, you know, do you have any wine glasses like this of that brand? I couldn't quite hear her. So yeah, really nice, chunky, heavy drinks glasses. Very nice, especially for like any occasions, you know, parties, or Christmas coming up. And then I picked this up. I think this was like 50p or £1. I'm hoping to put a picture inside it that I've got that I need a frame for. It's just a very basic wooden frame, pretty easy for anyone to like. So if it's a gift, then that's great. If not, I'm sure I'll find some use for it. And that was it. So yeah, that was the smallest haul I've ever gotten, but never mind. Now, I'm going to rinse the load I've got today. I picked these today. Straight away you can see sort of like any bugs or plants come off. The best thing to do though is rinse them like this quite a few times, and then just let them sit, and you'll see all of the bugs come to the top. I mean, it's not going to be like horrendous, it's just going to be a little bit of dirt and stuff, but yeah, obviously if you pick them from a fairly okay area, I mean, you don't want to be picking them from an area where a dog has possibly cocked their leg, if you know what I'm saying, and don't pick them from the road. So yeah, try and go sort of down the fields and just let them soak for a little while. You can pick out any pieces that shouldn't be in there. So yeah, do give them a really thorough clean. Okay guys, apron's going on. It's getting serious. Just finished work, so I have a big stash of blackberries in the fridge, so I'm going to get those out and I'm going to check that they're all clean and ready to go, and then I'm going to measure everything I've got. And basically I want to have a kilo. Once I've cooked it down, I'm gonna make it smooth jam. So I need a kilo, cook it down and weigh it again once it's smooth and I've pulped the fruit through the sieve. And then I need to add the same amount of sugar to the fruit liquid that I then have, and then I can make it into the jam once I've added the sugar. Hopefully this makes sense. You probably know how to do this anyway, but yeah, so here we go. Okay, so I've got my large saucepan, I've got my scales to measure, and I'm gonna weigh the nice and clean blackberries straight into the saucepan. That way I can also do another check on them, but they have been washed several times. As you can see, I've got quite a lot, so hopefully I've got enough. Okay, let's have a look. 759. Okay, so I have kettle boiled, and I'm now going to add around 100 ml-ish of liquid. Perfect. 105, that will be okay. Then I'm going to take this to the boil, and I'm going to get this boiling, and I want to boil it down so that I can basically take the pulp out, and I'll show you that next step. I've actually been dinner prepping as well, as I'm doing some gammon, and I'm doing like a roast dinner, and I'm actually going to make applesauce. So I've got some apples here picked out of my mother's garden, so I'm going to use those. I've just realised I actually need this pan to make the applesauce. Gonna have to switch it out. Okay, let's start that again. Got my apples. Just gonna keep it really simple, just a really simple applesauce. To be honest, even if we don't use it tonight, we will definitely use it in the next coming weeks. It's very traditional to have like pork with crackling and applesauce. Oh, it's just so good. Okay, as I'm making my apple sauce, just going to check this, because it's actually probably on a bit too high, but just turn that down a little bit. Just give it a bit of a stir. So the fruit's already breaking down quite a bit. Wow, yeah, I've got quite a lot of liquid in there. That will be from obviously what I've added, but it'll also be from the fruit breaking down. So give it a little squish. Squish down and let it continue. Pop that there. Carry on with the applesauce. Now I'm going to do some more of my roast dinner whilst I'm waiting for the blackberries to cook. I have to think, because I've got a lot of things going on at the same time now. This is my problem, I take on a few too many things. So I'm doing roasted carrots and parsnips. I'll be doing the gravy from the stock. I've slow cooked the gammon first, so I'm going to heat the oven up. I'm going to take the gammon out, and I'm going to put a glaze on the gammon, and then I'm going to put the gammon in the oven. Then I'll cook the potatoes, they'll go in and they'll get crispy, and then I'll add the carrots and the parsnips, and then it'll pretty much be done. So I'm going to make a glaze. I did it, just mixed a load of things together last time, and it was really good, so I'm going to do that again. Hopefully it's just as good. Okay, so we are going to add some hot water to the apples so that we can cook them. So we need about 100 ml. And and later on I will add the sugar and the lemon. You can pretty much add any seasonings you want, so you can add cinnamon and things like that. So I'm gonna let that sort of come to a good temperature. I've got the gammon in the oven. I've got this still kicking off, so let's have a look how this guy's getting on. And I can have a little tidy up. Whew, it's getting hot in here, guys. It's getting warm. Whoa, look at all that juice. Okay, so we are going to, I think we're going to strain that now and get all of the juice out. So that's been going for a while. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go for it. Okay guys, I've got my sieve and my bowl, and I'm going to pour it into there, push it through, and I'll actually probably pop some of it in tissue and squeeze it out just to make sure I get every single drop. Now, I did it in stages last time because it was just a lot easier with the amount I had. Just gonna push it through. Really want to get like all the juice out. Okay, so we're gonna get our sugar. We're just gonna use caster sugar because I've got enough caster sugar. I have to use these grabbers to reach everything because I'm literally like so short. So there we go. There's the sugar. And we're also going to pop a lemon in if we've got a lemon. No, we don't have a lemon, so we won't be popping a lemon in this time. And I'm going to read the pectin instructions. And we're probably going to add the pectin as well. I'm going to mix the sugar with the liquid. God, this looks so bad when you look at it like this. Did you see how much sugar is in it? It's going to be delicious though. Looks like this, so I'm just going to mix it in. I think that pectin's mixed in quite well now, so next thing to do is just let it boil. So yeah, hate waiting, but I'm going to have to be really patient this time and let it actually boil properly. Okay, back to the apple sauce. It's broken down the apples quite well. I'm now going to add the remainder of my caster sugar that I had left from putting it in the jam. I'm going to give that a mix. I am going to add a touch of cinnamon. Oh yeah, that's broken down really well. Here we go. Just a smudge. There we go. That's pretty much done, to be honest. I'm just going to let that sugar and cinnamon dissolve into it. Sugar dissolve, and then that's done. So that's nice and smooth. I'm just in my jar drawer. As you can see, I've got a bit of an obsession with keeping jars. But comes in handy when you're making something. So probably just going to use ones I know I've got the lid for. These ones are great as well. So I'm going to sterilise those. Excuse the socks and the slippers. So I'm going to sterilise those and decant the applesauce into those, and then I can start my roast dinner cooking. I'm going to get this nice and clean before we pop the sauce in. It really works. To be honest, I think I'm only going to need this jar because it hasn't made that much. I'm not complaining because it means it will definitely get used in time, but yeah, I don't need too many, so I'll just pop it in here. That's done. It's looking really nice. So I'm happy with that. Okay guys, it's a little while later, not too long ago did I last speak to you. I've made the jam. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I burnt it. I don't think I'm going to be able to use it. That's all I got out of it. I brought it up to the boil and just didn't keep an eye on it because I was doing too many other things, and burnt it. It doesn't smell very nice. It doesn't taste very nice. So I'm going to let it cool down though. See if I can use that. I don't think I'm going to be able to. The applesauce was a success, thank goodness. And the dinner for this evening is a success. So not everything can go right, and I'm not afraid to admit that. Unfortunately, yeah, I did too many things at the same time. So I'm going to have a chill out after my dinner. I'm going to watch Dexter. I don't know if any of you guys are watching it. Dexter Resurrected. I've watched Dexter, and then the young Dexter, and then this one now. So if you haven't seen Dexter, you have to watch it. It's so good. It's so good. So Michael C. Hall, I think, is the guy that plays Dexter. Bloody fantastic. So yeah, if you don't know what to watch, it's on Netflix, but it's also on Paramount Plus is where I'm now watching all the others. So anyway, I'll leave you for now, and I'll touch base tomorrow. So yeah, very tired. Hi guys. Sorry, it's now Sunday, and I'm just going to finish off this video by making a wreath that I told you I was going to make. So just let me get you sorted. I can't find my wire anywhere, so I've got some string. I've got the base of my wreath. I've got some scissors. I've got a candlestick in the way, so let's just move that. And I've got the dried flowers. Now, I've got a feeling they're probably going to fall apart, so this might not go very well, but let's just see what happens. Okay, fingers crossed. There we go. So, I've got my ring, I've got my string, I've got my ring. I should have wire, but I cannot find it anywhere. So, I don't know how this is going to go, but I made... I think it was a status. So this flower here, I made a wreath with that before and it looked fabulous. But as you can see, this is quite dried out. So I don't know if it's gonna be okay, but we're probably gonna lose a bit. But you know what? That's what happens when you use dried flowers. I'm just gonna mix the colors in, to be honest. I'm not gonna do any sort of style or design. It just uses these up. And I'm going to add some of these in, so that's really pretty. And we'll just see what happens, but I don't know how easy it's going to be with the string. I wish I could find my wire. I'll just pop some music over the top, and I hope it works, and I hope you enjoy. My phone actually died, so you won't have as much footage of me making this as I'd like, but I'm pretty happy with that. I've just got one last bunch to fill in a gap, and then I can sort of go round and just alter it slightly. So I think I've got to put some string in here, fix these guys in. So let's just try and do that now. Okay guys, I've finished. A little bit uneven, a little bit wonky, but who cares? Let's pop it there until I get some string and I can hang it properly. But that's a wrap for today and for this video, and I hope you enjoyed everything. Subscribe, like, and do the tricks, and I hope you liked the idea. If you've got some dried flowers, if you've got wheat, if you've got anything dried, it will last for ages and it's great. Just try and use the wreath making wire instead of the twine because it's a lot easier. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and click the subscribe button to see what else I have in store coming soon. Bye.